Hello gorgeous souls, it's Mary Rose from PsychicSoulmateReading.com. This video I am going to be doing an unboxing of Work Your Light Oracle, and I have been waiting for these cards to arrive for so long and be released, and they finally arrived the other day, and I was so happy, I was so excited, and I wanted to open them, but I said, you know what, I'm just going to wait and do an unboxing. It's not a review, it's just an unboxing to show you my cards. And yeah, so they are by Hay House Publishing, and the author is Rebecca Campbell, and the artwork is by Danielle Noel. And on the back it says, are you ready to work your light? This beautiful 44 card oracle deck has been created to help you light up the world with your presence by working with its 5 suits and connecting with your intuition. You will be able to start living a life in alignment with who you truly are. Confirmation cards give a quick hit of instant guidance. Inquiry cards help you tune into the whispers of your soul. Action cards help you on what action to take. Activation cards invoke healing within you. Transmission cards connect you with the supportive energies. Yeah, that's beautiful. And yeah, so it's just, I just can't wait. I'm just gonna start opening them. I didn't take the shrink wrap off. Dave wanted to open them a couple of times and I said, don't touch them, but he was teasing me. Okay, so here's the deck. Right here. It's a nice sturdy box and you can't really open it. I love the colors. I love all the pastel colors that are in here, and just being an artist, I appreciate so much colors. That's one of the reasons why I collect so many oracle cards, is because I appreciate the art of them, and it's my way of collecting art. Okay, oh, on the inside it says, you are the oracle. You can see that. My light's pretty bright here. Pretty sunny out here. Okay, so you are the oracle, and like with all Hay House books, it's a nice chunky book. Yeah. And let's see, it's got, there's some information about the cards, the inquiry cards, the activation cards, transmission cards, action cards, and it just explains it. Work Your Light, Oracle Attunement, and Soul Space, opening a soul space. There's some spreads. Now, I got an email. Actually, when you pre-order, you can get your cards reactivated with the group, but I didn't get my cards till a day later, and but I can still watch the replay on the website to have your cards all activated, I guess, and it's just to bring the energy, raise the energy. So I'm going to do that after. So I'm not going to read and pull any cards just yet for you guys yet, because I wanted to do the activation cards, but I did want to show you what they look like, right? And so there's pretty much 2 pages per card of info. So it's like, you can see that, like 2 pages here. And that's good. And then we got the cards here. I can't wait. And so the back is really cute. Oh, look at the color. That's the back. Beautiful. And oh, the first card, did I just say yes? Just say yes. Look at that. Maybe I'm going to turn off this light and see. There. You can see the card better. Okay. And then there's the no. The ever unfolding rose. That's pretty. Oh, you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. That's something it's probably a message for me, because I read the whole thing, and it's because I overthink pretty much everything. And then we got align your life. Yeah, so answer the call. And it says, what is your soul calling you to do? So maybe that's a message. What is your soul? Ask yourself, what is your soul calling you to do right now? What are you thinking? What are you feeling? Write these things down. You know, we don't pay attention to our soul enough. We bypass it and we make up the stories in our mind, which is, we need the mind. We need everything in 3D. We need to live 3D worlds, but our soul is calling us. I don't know, me and Dave just got a chuckle. I had to edit it out, but Dave's just doing his yoga stretches right over there. That's why I'm filming over here. And it's funny because we talk about this all the time, that, you know, we try not to live in the 3D world because the 3D world is just very news and political. And trust your path. Yeah, you got to trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Ask yourself, what would you do? If you knew that you can be supported right now, here and now, what exactly would you do? The crumbling, what are you clinging to? Yeah, what are you holding on to? What are you, think about that. I can see myself really, really diving deep with these cards because they talk to the soul. They help you to talk to your soul. Like I was explaining earlier, the soul is something that lives within us. Something is us. It is us, but we are here not to feel it, but we do feel it. We just have to connect to it. And, the next one, trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? So look at that card and just, if anything comes up, it's a message. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? This is something that we all need to always establish with other people. And being assertive and having boundaries is a nice thing. It's not a bad thing. So sometimes we always have to establish those boundaries. Warrior woman, if you weren't afraid, what would you do? Yeah, it's interesting. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Think about that. So these are just a few. I'll read one more. Mirror, who or what is triggering you? Does that make sense? Who or what is triggering you? So, like, when we get triggers, like things come up and certain things that a person can say to you, it can trigger a response inside of you. And that response is telling you something that you need to work on, you need to release, and it's just interesting because people come into our lives as mirrors, and good and bad. When it comes to love, we get mirrored. When we fall in love, we get mirrored that beautiful love that lives within us, right? When we get upset, there's something that obviously is from our subconscious in our past that perhaps we have not worked and cleared in the past. There's more to it, but like I can see where these cards can get really deep, and they can help with a lot of my readings that I do, and working with myself. Oh, I have to read this one. I know I said I was only going to be reading one more, but okay. Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? It's just gorgeous. I want to dive into these cards. I want to do the activation and I want to cleanse them. I usually cleanse them with a pendulum because they have been traveling and to get to me and they've collected a lot of energies, like everything, and it's like, I'd like to clear them because they're my personal card deck that I'm going to be doing my readings with, and that I'm going to be working with and meditating with, and also doing lots of other stuff with, like I usually put them up on my altar over here for affirmations and to help guide me onto what I need to focus on. So I'm going to be working with them, and okay, so I wanted to share something with you. I created mastered a masterpiece, I should say, a painting. I created a painting called The High Priestess. Actually, it was a banner for the psychic fairs that I used to work at all over Ontario in Canada. And so I used to roll it up and put it aside. Like that's how it was just a big gigantic piece of canvas. And then I put less paint. I didn't put very much paint on it because I didn't want it to crack, but that's been since '96, last century, not this century, the century before last. and so I rolled it up, and so now I found it in the closet recently. and I created a new one since then, so that's why I forgot about it. But she was my high priestess, the high priestess that because I'm creating my own oracle deck. And at the time I was creating tarot cards. They were before oracle cards were invented. So I've been working on tarot cards, but I realized that there's 78 cards. It's going to take me forever to create them. So I'm just going to go with oracle cards. Okay, back to point. I created this back in '96, and I found the painting or the banner, and I was clearing up. You know, I was doing some decluttering, and I thought, you know, I should stretch this on canvas, and I don't care if it's going to be super tight on the wood because I'm going to staple it. I don't care. I'm just going to just as long as it's off, it's out of the closet and on my wall, because it's still a beautiful painting. And I figured I'm going to do so I figured that I was going to paint all the writing, because it says tarot, psychic, you know, it says all these things on it, crystals, and, you know, my signage. It was my signage for the psychic fairs. And so I started painting it. Well, you know what? I recreated it. I remastered it. I completely created a different priestess. Actually, now she's not the high priestess. She is the priestess of Avalon, and that is where she is. That's when I created her. I was thinking Lady of the Lake, Lady Vivian. She's from the Arthurian legend, Mist of Avalon, you can call it. It was a combination of different things, and I used to just, when I painted it, I was heavily listening to Lorena McKennitt, and so I had the Celtic vibe going on. So she had braids in her hair, and she looked totally different than what she looks. I'm just going to show you what she looked like, and then I'm going to show you the finished results. So this is what she looked like back in '96, and probably a month ago. And I used to use the name Marie because there's a lot of Marys in my family, and it was the easiest way for everybody to identify me. So I changed that, and I said, no, my name's Mary. I'm not going for Marie. So anyways, and numerology reasons go with my birth name, and it makes more sense of who I am. That's what it is. Okay, so that is the original. So I'm going to turn the camera over, and I'm just going to show you what the finished project looks like. Okay, can you see that? Okay, there you go. That is Lady Vivian. It's kind of hard to turn the camera around, but I'm going to actually use this as my banner for YouTube, and probably for opening up when you see me on my videos. I'm going to be using this painting. And as you can see, the canvas is not very tightly stretched, but that's okay. I added a crow and a lotus flower. I redid the moon, and I made some mountains that are ascending to the sky with a star, and she is in the water. She is a water element, and I took the braids out of her hair because she's free, and she's a Celtic individual goddess. So I just wanted to show you that. Oh, so thank you so much for visiting my channel and watching this video. I appreciate it. I just wanted to show you my new cards and my new painting. So happy to share that with you. And if you would like to learn how to get a more personalized reading for yourself from me, please visit my website, psychicsoulmatereading.com. And also, if you would like, please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it, and I appreciate everybody that has subscribed. And until the next video, I wish you all the best. Peace, love, and blessings.